Good evening, good afternoon. So, what to talk about today, y'all? Y'all on this live, just say hello. Get some good vibrations coming on here. You know, don't be shy. But I'm headed to work today. A little late, but I am getting there. But I want to talk a little bit about how my day's going. First off, it is a wonderful day. God is good all the time. And I am good to me all the time. And I want to explain on, oh, thanks you. Can't talk. Is it Whaley or Wiley? Your last name, Jarrell? Well, thank you for the hearts, baby. I appreciate that. But, anyway, I want to talk a little bit about giving yourself to a new light, which means giving yourself to your higher self, which is, you know, some people say giving yourself to God, giving yourself to the universe, giving yourself to whomever. It is a mindset. You know, you have to unlock the God that's already in you. You have to unlock everything you already have. You already have these gifts. You already have these traits. Now, you just got to seek them and unlock them. Sometimes, when you're around other people, when you are with certain people, or if you collect certain items and sources and herbs or whatever, those things can help you, because these are all godly items and beings. You just got to know where to put yourself, you know. I'll tell you how it happened for me. I had to be in certain positions in my life to go to certain places that I wanted to be, because I asked to be in those places. So I had to go through certain things to get to the place I wanted to be. You know, I asked for strength, so I was put in positions where I had to be strong. I asked for wisdom. I had to be put in positions where I had to use my brain. I had to get the experience. I had to gain all of those things. I had to earn it in order to receive it. And that was the biggest lesson that I have in my life right now. And whether you're older or you're my age or you're younger, these are things and these are values that I've learned over the last decade and a little over. I had noticed that I'm going through similar cycles in everything that I do. I'm learning differently and I'm getting information differently. And how I'm handling that information depends on me. But I have to say that myself being optimistic the way I am and keeping up how I'm having to keep up in the way I do and how I do has really been beneficial to the outcomes that I have had. And so I don't know who needs to hear this, but I feel like somebody needs to know, needs to feel, needs to see that you have to have the right attitude in your position, no matter what it is. And you can tell me like, oh, it's easier said than done. Yeah, it is. It is easier said than done, because you have to practice it. This has to be a culture, honey. You have to practice it. And I'm telling you, it is going to be different. You don't want to go through so much turmoil and BS, not just out of your situation, but out of choice, because you want to gain control. Like, hey, I'm going to be in this situation anyway, so I might as well just jeopardize everything that's coming my way, deny it, and just keep myself where I'm at, so I don't have to expect anything further from that, so I'm not surprised. And then we fall into a trap of believing that we don't know how to live outside of that. are people in prison that are freer than those who are out here in the real world. You know why? Because it is a mindset. When your mind is free, your body will follow. And it's pretty much the same thing when it comes to manifestation. It's pretty it gives you an idea on how all of that works, but you've got to put that into practice. You got to put that into motion. You have to put that into your realm. And I've noticed that with the learnings that I've had, conversations I've had with people, is that not only am I learning this and them and my new situation, but I am giving to it. And what I give is what takes from me. But what I don't give is what I keep. So whomever receives this video, I hope you get the message. You know, I'm hoping that you receive this, and I hope it enlightens you in whatever you're doing. This could be in your career, friendship, relationship, familyship, whatever you want to do, motherhood, fatherhood, whatever. Alone, trying to figure yourself out, lost, trying to accept that this situation is something that you've earned or you deserve, rather it's good. Hopefully it's a good situation. Or you're going through a lesson in which you're going through a karmic cycle. Now, these karmic cycles, it doesn't always happen to the people that deserve bad things. Sometimes it's happening to the people that love the people that have done bad things. It just depends on what you accept. But like I said, your outlook is going to be the biggest difference in each situation. I can sit here and tell you whatever it is and how it is, and you can say it's like, oh, well, you never had this happen to you. You don't know this because I make it look easy, because I don't tell people how it was. I give you what I give you. I'm not giving you everything, because what I have, I'm keeping. You haven't earned everything. Not out of me. You ain't gonna bleed me dry. My foundations are built different. And I'm not gonna give all of my stones and all of my bricks and all of my metal structure to somebody that is meant to be a pool or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Heck no. You gotta have your own thing. Ooh. Okay, Facebook friends. I have like almost 5,000 friends. If y'all would just donate $1 or $2, I could probably get me a RV. I'm just saying. Somebody can donate $1. Somebody can give. You know, all 4,000 something of y'all can give just $1. 4 quarters ain't gonna be that bad. I just seen an RV that I really want. But anyway, I want to know how everybody's day is going. I really want to know. I've seen a lot of posts about, you know, how Mother's Day was a drag for some of y'all. I hate that for you. Sometimes it's the kids. Sometimes it's the baby daddies. Sometimes it's just not a good day. And I get that. I tell you something. I don't expect anything on a special day because of who I can deal with. And if I'm dealing with somebody toxic, I'm gonna expect some toxicity on my day. So some of y'all know y'all in a toxic situation. So you should have been expecting toxicity. Oh, it's my day, but they're gonna make it about them, and that's all they're gonna do. That's all they're meant to do. It's not about you on your day, and that's what this whole situation is about. If the relationship ain't even about you, what makes you think your day is gonna be about you, honey bun? It's not. But there's a thing. When you decide that, hey, this is my day and nothing's going to get in the way of that, then it will be your day. Just don't include the people that are not going to share it with you. Make it your day. That's why I don't ask too much out of nobody. I don't ask nobody for nothing really. I may climb around and be like, hey, drop 1,000 on me, sprinkle a little change on me when you go up there. But I don't really mean it, because I really don't want nothing from nobody. Because I don't have to have anything from anybody, because what I got, I can get it myself. But what I say is that some people will try to own you by the littlest things. And I was like, sometimes I had to remind people in the past, like, look, you chose to give me this. But now, I'm not about to give in to your energy. I don't want nothing from you. That's why I don't ask nobody for nothing. It's hard for me to ask anybody for anything because of that. Because you ain't about to sit there and be like, well, I got you this and I got you that. Yeah, you did. But did I ask you? Nope. Did I pressure you or dance around asking you in order for you to get the hint to get me something? No. Because some people be doing that. Some people, they may not directly ask, but they will give you subliminals. Them subliminals, they be something else. But it's like when you catch on, then you crazy. I'll tell you, I'm crazy because I catch on to stuff. And I'll take that title, I'll put it on a belt and bling it out. And I'll wear it and show everybody. I'm going to show it out and I'm going to push my hips forward. I'm going to show everybody, like, look at it. Look at this. Look at my belt. Yes. I catch on to shit. I catch on. I'm crazy because I catch on. That's what that is. But yeah, some of y'all mothers, y'all didn't have a good Mother's Day. I do apologize for that. But, some of you, I feel like, you're in a toxic situation. You're in a relationship or you're around certain people that expect so much of you that even on your day, you don't get a break. Which, once a mom, always a mom, period. But at the same time, you know what to expect from this person. You know this person is not willing to be giving to you in a relationship. What makes you think they're going to get you a physical gift? I'll tell you, they'll make you feel sorry. They'll make you feel guilty because they spent $10 at the Dollar Tree on your ass out of the whole year. But every time you get paid, you got to get them something. And every time you get a little bit of something for yourself, it's a temper tantrum. I'm talking about the big ones. I'm not talking about the little kids. You know what to expect from your children. It's the big ones that be acting up. Oh, I don't know. I want to shout out to the real ones out there that don't mind splurging and giving and giving positive energy to their spouse or their mate, the mother or the father of their children. Kudos to you. But some of y'all had a bad Mother's Day because y'all are surrounded by toxic things. And I say this, it's not wrong for you to take a day for yourself. Take it and don't regret it. Don't second guess it. Just take it. Go on. Do what you got to do for you. There's plenty of opportunity for them. The whole 365, depending on the leap year. Sure, celebrate it. Take this weekend actually and do what you do. Make it up. Tell them you need some gas money. Buy some drinks. Sure. I'll tell you. It was just something. I don't know who needed to hear that message, but I know it's hard, but it's the hardest thing to do is to stay in a situation that's going to keep beating you down, baby. You don't need to be beat down no more. You don't need to be dragged because it was time for you to give energy to yourself. Baby, you got to have energy to make more energy, just like you got to have money to make money. My thing is this, baby, you giving and you spread yourself thin or whatever's left out of you, are you living or are you existing? Because at this point, you ain't no robot. You ain't no robot. You are not nobody's maid. But you have become the maid, you become the chef, you become the counselor, you become the manager, you become the overseer of the finances. You know, my biggest thing is like, here, baby, there ain't nothing wrong with a little break time. Being a mom, being a parent, being someone's woman is your passion. But that don't mean that you can't have a break. Not saying that you have to be unfaithful. I'm just saying take a day for you. That way you don't go insane. Collect yourself. Recharge. Take a minute. Because not even sleeping at night is good enough now. You know, so whoever needs that, I hope you take this message into consideration. And I hope you really think about it and be like, look, this really ain't working. Why am I tired? Because that person laying in your bed or laying on your couch is draining you. You know, you are not bad because you feel this way. You bad because you neglecting yourself, baby. That's all. I know it's easier said than done. But baby, like I said before in the message I had before, it's a culture you have to create for yourself. It's a mindset. You know what I'm saying? Make time for you. If you make time for this person bumming off you, leeching off you, you can make time for yourself by excluding them out of the way. But then, you know, later on, you know, if it gets real bad, you're going to rebel, and then you're going to start being irresponsible with yourself. And then it's going to really look bad. But the thing is, this is just a reaction to what you're really going through. Like, I want to give to myself. I didn't ask for this situation, but I'm in this situation. I'm willing to take responsibility. Hey, if men can feel that way, women can feel like that. That don't make you a bad person. It makes you human. But I'll say this, pumpkin. It's time for you to give to you. That way you can give to others. Recharge. That's all I'm saying. So that's a message for somebody. And so take that with you. That's that. Bam Bam said so. Oh, it's so beautiful out today. If you're in the middle Tennessee area and you see this clear sky, hold on, let me feel how hot it is, because I could be talking to an asthmatic. Yeah, hell no, I ain't going outside. You better take a fan with you. You better take you one of them neck fans or something. Put it around your neck and put it on your face. Get some water. So, I tried to do something with my hair today. I was thinking about putting locks in my hair, like dreadlocks, but I call them locks. And that was an epic fail. So now I have to go through the detangling process throughout this week. It's gonna be fun. I'm just in phase 1. I'm just letting my hair breathe because I put it in the shirt. But yeah, this was hard to get done, but hey, I'm gonna do my deep conditioning again tonight, detangle in the morning, and just keep starting the process over, because I think I'm gonna do a silk press on my hair this week. Silk press, might do a little trim, might do some shave. I don't know. That depends. So y'all just tell me in the comments what you think I should do. I was thinking about cutting all of it off. Do a little pixie cut. I already got the hairline. Look at that perfect hairline. Men go to the barbershop for this. What? Bah! You know what I'm saying? Straight. But for real though, I'm seriously thinking about cutting my hair off. I mean, it'll grow back. So, I mean, it's going to be alright. Man, it's hot out here. Yes, last past couple days, it was cold. My feet were hurting. My arthritis was acting up. Now it's hot. Now my neck and everything. My face is sweating. I don't like my face getting hot. I don't like my face getting hot. I don't like my feet getting hot. But it's hot out here. ISIS chain on today. About to go into this job, do what I do. Do what I do. What is that back out? Anyway. And so, yeah. I'm also getting a message in my head. So I've been seeing a lot of people talking about their children being sick. Y'all need to do y'all's herb research. It would really be beneficial right now, especially during this time, because they're only going to keep making certain medicines as you're going to get sick again. But you might as well start making your own medicines at home. I'm going to start making my own medicines at home and getting certain vitamins and herbs and supplements, homemade. And I think it'll benefit everybody if they start doing that themselves. Pinterest, Google, Bing, if you still use it, still has, they have all of those things. But it's like, if you ain't got time, then hey, I don't mind conjuring up a little bit of something for you. But it's going to be a fee. It's going to be a fee. Yeah. But yeah, that's the type of stuff I'm into. So I'm been seeing a lot of people suffering from sinus issues and doing all that, but ain't nobody going to the store and get no raw honey. Ain't nobody trying to get no bay leaf or nothing. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, oh snap, y'all want to get this overpriced over-the-counter medication that can run your sugar up. Why not just go get some herbs that's in a little packet for $1? Conjure it up and put it together. I'm just saying, get some honey. Make your own concoction at home. Problem with my concoctions is they become too dang strong and they taste bad. But hey, if it don't taste good to you, it's gonna be good for you. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that on my Facebook. It's like everybody, posting about how their babies are sick, and I hate that for you. But and I'm not shaming you for taking them to the doctor. I'm not shaming nobody going to get over-counter medication because it's available. I'm just saying, what? Why don't we just go for the natural? I was just talking to a special individual about, what I would want when I have children. I would want to bring my children world stronger than what we have nowadays. Now we have children that are coming out that are developing early, but they're not strong in their immune system. And that's what I am working towards. I really want children with strong immune systems. I really, really want that. So I'm going to do what I can to make sure that I get myself healthy, get myself back on the rockers, get all my vitamins, minerals, all that stuff in my system. That way I can give. Because once you get pregnant, your baby takes from you. And then if you craving all this junk food, these food from fast food restaurants and all that stuff, it's really causing you to break down. And so when the baby's born, the baby might look healthy, it might appear healthy, but they are at a higher risk because they're, babies, when they're born, they're already vulnerable. No matter what phase you're in, they're already vulnerable. But to make it worse, to make it worse, we got all this doctored up food and all these chemicals that they're putting in our foods, putting in our water supply, putting in our air. All that stuff is for the birds. So I would highly suggest, if you're interested, do the research and, make your own concoctions. I'm about to start making them. I might start making them for people again. I used to make this hair growth concoction when I was working at Ibex. And, some people liked it, some people didn't. I never really met anybody that didn't like it, but, I didn't have no return, or whatever. But I did have like more than a few people use it and want me to continue making it and all that stuff. And so I'm like, I stopped making it after a while, but I'm like, I think I'm gonna start doing those things again, making my little concoctions and selling them, jarring them up and selling them. But yeah, our children are our future, and they need to be here, and they need to be strong. And you want your children to be strong, you know, no matter what and who they become in the future, at least make them healthy. So that's what I'm working on right now. And it just made me so sad just seeing all them kids, you know, pictures of kids being sick, going to the ER, going to the hospital, headaches, migraines, nosebleeds, sinus issues. I mean, all of this stuff is just really severe. Like, I have never seen so many. Maybe it's just because it's on social media. But when I was a kid, like, I've heard of people getting sick, but not like I do today. I mean, of course, where, you know, we have that, the coronavirus situation that had happened. And a lot of people are coming in. We have Rona babies, and then we have Vax babies, and then we have people out here that are just, you know, we have all of this stuff that's going on in my lifetime and all that stuff, and it's like, bang. But when I was a kid, you know, I seen a lot of crazy stuff as a kid when it comes to sickness and, you know, political warfare, all this BS. But I've never seen so many kids that's just continuously being sick like this. And I'm like, it's got to be in the stuff they're giving us. And it's time to go completely natural, you know. I know people don't like to hear this because you're going to put your favorite restaurant out of business, but you got to do what you got to do for your family. Your favorite restaurant is killing you, Pooh. Killing your kids, killing you, and killing any future that you may have. I suffer from a disorder that can cause infertility. And what can cause infertility is a high level of glucose in your body. And when certain chemicals and certain hormones are not operating correctly, it can cause some hella side effects. All of your levels will be messed up all the time. And I'm trying to get back on track. And I'm trying to get to where I wean myself off of medicine completely. And it's hard. That's why I don't want to have kids right now, because I'm not right yet. But when I do come right, you better believe I'm popping them out. You better believe it. I have me some babies. They got me. But yeah. And I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I like Starbucks, okay? I like going to get me some street tacos too. But at the end of the day, they got YouTube now. You can make the stuff yourself. And as I said before, easier said than done. I understand that. But once you change the culture, you'll start being more active and stuff. And it'll be like, huh, I can do this. I can fit this into my schedule, because it's like, you know, 90% of y'all sit almost 60% of your day. I like to multitask. Now I do. Before I wasn't, but now that I've gotten to the point that I'm at now, I'm slowly opening myself to different things I'm doing today. I'm getting up earlier again. Before, I was tired as hell. You know, I started, you know, slacking off on my house. Started slacking off on everything, because I was like, I was mentally and physically tired, and I fed into that. But now I'm jumping back into changing my whole, like I said, changing the culture around me and changing everything that I'm having around me, my mindset and all that stuff. And I'm trying to find my motivation again. And a lot of it is, you know, that's what's helping me, you know, self-motivated, self-help, you know. But I'm telling you, it makes a difference. It really does make a difference. And I can't stress it enough how much of a difference your mind makes you. You think gas station full of coffee, but you know what? Look at God. He stopped me because I'm preaching to y'all, but I'm thinking about coffee. You see how much of the hypocrisy I got in my system? I'm not gonna give up coffee yet, y'all, but I am working on getting rid of all this other stuff. So, I forgot my lunch. This is cool. I'm gonna go get some fruit today. Get some fruit. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll tell you, since I started eating fruit, ladies, I'm telling you, eating fruit, drinking water, you're gonna smell different, you're gonna feel different. And I'm not talking about, you know, outside of being clean. Naturally, you'll start to smell different. You just need to use some pineapple water. Just start just making your waters. You know, when you detoxing and when you doing, you know, clean eating. Because I had meat earlier in the week. I had gotten a plate from work. I got some chicken. And I did have some starch because, you know, they only got a few things at the deli where I'm working. You know, they don't have any greens, so I'm like, shoot, I might as well just get some greens somewhere in the store, or just wait till I make them at home. But I'm telling you, I want to do a separate video talking about yoni care and all that stuff, because that's one of the things I really want to do. Is I want to do a live where I'm actually steaming, which I steam usually for 30 minutes, but that's another conversation. But I definitely want to do that. You know, just take y'all along the ride for my self-care day. Y'all gonna really just be like, what does she do? Everything that I do. Everything that I do. Everything that I do. But I don't know if I want to do a full day of going live on Facebook, or I want to do a freaking just bits and pieces. Like one day I'll show you that I steam and what it's good for, and what I, you know, just doing something while I'm steaming. Because when I sit there and I steam, my legs go numb, and these heifers, I can't feel them unless I stomp. Then I get up and I'm all wobbly. And I'm telling you, living by yourself and being wobbly is not a good look. And then my cat, he can't help. He's just over there looking at the door like, yeah, like, what's that meow gonna do? I'm numb in the legs. From the waist down is nothing. Nothing. I ain't feeling nothing. But I feel good. So that's why I'm like, maybe I'll just, one day I'll do the steam, one day I'll do my self-care, and the next day I'll do so on and so forth. So I may just put it up bits and pieces, because the rest of my day is really boring. I'm at work, clowning at work, but then my weekends, I'm just too busy to just think about going live. And plus, I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. But anyway, yeah, what was I talking about before I went into that rabbit hole? Y'all gonna have to keep me on track. I tell you, as my audience, I don't think y'all doing a good job at keeping me on track. Y'all know I veer off. Can't be doing that. But anyway, back to the diet thing. Yeah. This is before, after, whatever shower. I'm telling you, naturally, you know, because, you know, the womb, the vagina, it's a self-cleaning organism, so it's gonna clean itself. You don't have to stick nothing up in there. You don't have to do nothing to clean it out. Some people might need some assistance, I will say that. That's why we have gynecologists. So don't get that twisted. Yes, it's a self-cleaning organism, but when it stops, or when something is wrong and it's blocking, that's why you need a gynecologist to look up in there and see what's going on. Oh snap, you left your toy in there, ma'am. I'm sorry, I had to do it. Woo, I had to do it. But anyway. Ooh, I had to go there, y'all. That was funny. I don't care who y'all. That was funny to me. Ooh. But anyway, you'll smell different when you eat differently. You know, I had meat this morning. I had toast with a slice of tomato and some avocados, a And then I had gotten some meat from work, but it was turkey. I think it was sun-dried tomato. I made that. And I ate it. It was pretty good. It was really good. And then I just scarfed down some water. And I feel good. I feel real good about it. So, kudos to me. I guess my biggest challenge is making time to meal prep right now, because for a while I've just been going home, watering myself down, going to bed. And it's been a routine every day since I started, because the job I do, it is physically demanding. So, jumping from one profession into another brief profession and then jumping into this one, and you got to get past your 90 days, without missing, without all that stuff. I had went through COVID, then I had to go through a situation with having a boot on my leg, so that slowed me down. So I'm like trying to get back on track. My legs still bother me, my foot still bothers me a little bit, but I'm able to work with it now. But my problem is getting back in the routine that I had myself on. And my usual routine is to wake up early, get things started. Now, a special someone calls me in the morning, and I'm like, I don't even have to set my alarm. They just call me. I'm like, okay, I'm up. But then I go back down to sleep. Not saying anything wrong with it, but oh my goodness, it is a struggle to get myself back on track. So if anybody's out there that's really procrastinating or trying to get back on track, baby, you are not alone. I was stuck in procrastination city not too long ago. Actually, just the other day. I slept in like no other. Saturday was not the day for me, because I slept in. I went to bed early. I could not wait to get back in my bed. And I think that's the problem, is thinking about that bed too much. I need to keep myself active. You know what, Trey? You really made me mad on this dang road. I don't know what it is about certain people driving trucks, but they don't need a truck. Get your little Cobalt, get your little Volkswagen Beetle, because that's the foot you got. How you gonna be in a truck driving like you got a Volkswagen? A little Chevy Cruze or something. Just saying. Little Camry, Toyota Camry. Get you one of them. Hell, even get you a little hatchback. One of them cars that charge and shit. Made me mad. Anyway, but yeah. I'm telling you, making them changes really make a difference. And it also helps your mental health. So whoever needs to hear this, baby, about procrastination, I'm telling you, prayer is not just alone. You got to do some work with that prayer. You got to do some work with it. And it has gotten me. I'm saying, life, why you being weird to me? I ain't done nothing to you. But, like I said, it's a mindset. And it's a mindset. It's easier said than done, but honey, when I got into it, it's starting to get better. I'm still tired. I'm still getting it, because I hadn't had my coffee, but I haven't drunk coffee in about, I haven't had no coffee this week. Y'all seen that video of that lady? She was in church and she was yelling at my crush. She said, I haven't had no sex. Well, this is me saying I haven't had no coffee. I hadn't had no coffee. Ooh, that's my confession to the church, baby. I haven't had no coffee. No mocha latte. No Starbucks. I have not had no caramel frappe this week. Whoo, that hit something. That bothers me. That really did hit something. It's like, you know, when you say something and it feels like you stubbed your toe. Oh. But I'm working through it. I need coffee though. I'll tell you, I had a conversation with an older man that he comes in every now and again, you know, talk to us workers and stuff, just to have a good time. He was telling me how I need to diet and everything. And I took the information and, you know, he's saying this stuff because he does think of me and he does care, you know. And I think of him like a great, great uncle that annoys me, but, you know, you gotta love him anyway. He just said, you know, he's talked about, you know, diet that I need to be on and I'll lose the weight fast. And I said, you know, I'm gonna take it. Pretty much feed myself like an army person, like somebody that's going into the Marines or something. Boiled eggs and toast, peanut butter, black coffee. Who does such a thing to a person? The ultimate sacrifice is made just in that meal. But I will do it. However, I ain't gonna like it. I don't like my coffee that black now. I'll drink it like that when I need to. Sometimes I do drink my coffee black. I'm not gonna lie. I have drunk my coffee black, and it wasn't that bad. It was bitter. It was bitter. But I drink Folgers. You know, gotta have it strong. You know, choke you up a little bit. You know. But now I'm spoiled off the iced coffee, so now it's like it just doesn't make sense. There ain't no need in it. Why they got cream around if you ain't gonna use it? You know, it ain't loved if it ain't used. You know. I just like my coffee, you know, preferably I like my, you know, 2 shades over from me. That's how I like my coffee. So, any man out there, make me coffee. Actually, I can't say that because I'm my special person. Come on here. And see, I say that. Look here, baby. I like my coffee 2 shades over from me. I'll drink it black. But my coffee, 2 shades over for me. Yeah. 1 sugar. But most of the cream is going to have the sugar in it anyway. And then I'll drink healthy after that. Usually, after having a coffee, 1 coffee in the day, I drink water the rest of the day. Because I'm not a sweet person anyway. I don't drink too much sweets. I don't eat too much sweets, but when I do eat sweets, you know, it's a good old handful, and then I'm done the rest of the day. But I'm telling you, once you eliminate that, all that stuff, once you eliminate that, all that bread and all that stuff, your yoni is, and everything, your personal hygiene, all that's gonna smell different. On this live, I hope somebody gets these messages, and I hope that you take this with you, and, you know, just be considerate. Just remember, it's easily said than done, but once you change the culture of your mindset and put some action in it, it'll be better. Most of you women out here that had a bad Mother's Day, I'm so sorry you had a bad Mother's Day. I hope that this weekend becomes a better one for you, and I know it's probably too late. It's not going to be Mother's Day this weekend, but maybe you can make it up for yourself. Take a day and just give to yourself. Stop depending on somebody else to give to you. And just give it to yourself. But But yeah, I hope the rest of the message had reached somebody that was supposed to reach. And even though I'm going to be posting this video, I'm not going to be live anymore. You know, you can still comment and everything. And, you know, if you're interested in a reading or if you're interested in some healing, you know, just message me. I'm pretty much open. But as I said yesterday, my readings are going to be changing. I am no longer offering free readings. The first reading will now be $5 per hour. That is the deal. That is it. The next reading is going to be $20 per question. Now, those of you who were on the free reading trial that I did not get to finish, you will still get the free finish. But after this, that's it. Because I'm not going to just, remove anything from you. I'm not going to take away from things I've already said. But what I am going to do is I'm going to change it. That I am working, but I have to make ends meet. You know, when you take time out of my day, you got to think about it. You taking time from my family, you taking time from me, and you're taking time from, things I could be doing in my day. But at the same time, I am passionate about what I am doing and what I'm learning through my journey, and I just want to help you get to yours. But, if you got to understand why I'm going to be charging now, it's because of that. Things has gone up in the economy and it's not benefiting me. And I don't have any help. I live alone. I don't get food stamps. I wish I had food stamps. I'll swipe that card in a fur coat in a minute if I had a fur coat. I'm just saying. But, it's a struggle out here. So, yeah, first readings, $5 per hour. Usually my first readings don't last no more than an hour. And then also, if you feel the need to tip me, I would love that. So my rates are going to change, and I'm going to be documenting what those are. And I'm definitely going to share that to my information page and go from there. Also, my link. I am still with Total Life Changes. I'm still with TLC. So if anybody wants some lasso teas or any products, just let me know. Make sure that if you are still a customer of mine on Total Life Changes, that you are re-entering me as a reference or as a person that referred you. That way I can get my commission. You have to do that every time. I don't know why the system is like that, but I'm not getting my commission if you don't, put my name down. You may have an account as a life changer, but if you're not as my customer, then I won't be getting paid. Now, what's the point of both of us not getting paid? Now, come on now. Choose one. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go, and I'm going to let y'all enjoy y'all's, what's today? Tuesday? Yeah. I'm going to let y'all enjoy y'all's, Tuesday.